What's up, everybody? Welcome back. All Day Bets. Alex Jacobs, Manny, Ruffin. Hope you had a fantastic week.
Hope the baseball team can hit the ball. If the Yankees hit the ball, no problem. No problem. We went 12-0, 9-0. Like, can y'all pass some shit over to us and
yeah, man.
Hit the ball?
Shedeur Sanders falling to the 5th round. Didn't have that on my bingo card.
Why we laying on people's heads though? Cause of second base. Yeah, what's up with y'all?
First of all, it was a play. You're playing the ball.
But
I mean, come on.
Okay. I'm not mad at Cuz. Like, I'm not mad at. I forget who the two names was involved. Fuck me. But the bull that slid into second base. I'm not mad at him because I had read online that he had a history of head injuries or some shit like that.
Well, also like.
So him getting up and saying, "Yo, just don't let on my fucking head." I get it. I guess maybe the bull for Yankees got pissed off because maybe how he said it was like, yeah, I mean, bro, like, you feel me? Like, I'm playing
if he
ball.
doesn't do that, then the ball's in center field and he's going to third base.
I ain't worried about your head, bro. No draw. I ain't worried about your head, bro. So, yeah.
You have every right to be pissed off for, like, literally, like, an extra, like, 30 seconds to a minute. And then when you realize the situation, it's like, where was he going to land?
Yeah, we playing ball. Don't play ball.
Like, so that was benches clearing in Baltimore. I have a question for Cleveland Browns fans organization as we look at the 4th and 5th round of the NFL draft. Dylan Gabriel in the 4th round, and then a day later, Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. I just don't get it. And like, if you want to fucking sit there and talk about we'll use one of them as trade bait, I would still classify that as a wasted pick then, because you could have gotten a better talent at the 4th round with Dylan Gabriel. Or, you know, if you took Shedeur 4th round and then you didn't take Gabriel and then you took somebody else with better talent that assessed a need in the 5th round, I don't get it. And now you got a QB room that is just stuffed to the brim.
They haven't had a QB in a long time, so I get what you're saying. I literally get what you're saying because it feels like a wasted pick. But like at the same time, I can play devil's advocate because I'm not defending them. But they just haven't had a QB in a long time. So why not have 18 motherfuckers in the room that can play quarterback and hopefully we can get one? But I get it. Feels like a wasted pick. I'm just like, first things first. Selfishly, I'm pissed at the Browns because I feel like Howie would have drafted him. Maybe I'm in a fever dream, but I feel like Howie would have drafted him.
You stupid saying that,
bro. You know, I was cheering for us to draft Shedeur from round 1. Literally from round 1. I think it would have been a great pick to get Shedeur in Philly. But besides that, I'm really stuck on. I do feel you. Like felt like a wasted pick. 1, 2. The call felt weird. 3. The reaction felt weird in the room. I've heard some excuses. I'm sure you've heard them too, where it was like sometimes they don't sync up, yada yada yada. I've never seen y'all all look salty and all at the same time look sick as fuck for a draft pick. I've never seen that before. But let's just say it was coincidence. Cool. All that to be said, I just feel like at the end of the day, Shedeur did fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where like a lot of like people having like not excuses for him, but defend him, which I feel he's a great player and he should not have gone to 5th round. Like, let's just all keep it a buck. But I think he did fuck up a little bit because I think, and some people are putting some on Dion too, which I understand. I don't think they approached this with the right mentality. I think they approached it as if Shedeur was sought after as the best quarterback in the draft class. Like, Shedeur could have, because remember that's on the last part where I was like, I don't think Shedeur really went there and did anything necessarily like egregiously rude and wrong, which I was actually incorrect about when I heard some things. But I was like, I don't think he was worried about what Dable thought about him or what Joe Shane thought about him, which was true too. But I actually heard some things. There's a podcast called 0 to 60 Pod. A guy named Matt McChesney. He played for Colorado. Helps him out a little bit. He's real close to priming them. And he was talking on the pod, and he was like, "Yo, like he played for Denver Broncos, Raiders, a couple teams in the league." He was like, "Yo, I was talking to some guys in the league, and they were like, he literally came into the meeting with headphones on, music playing, and like was kind of like laid back, like not really trying to answer the questions in the way that you would think you're trying to, you know what I mean, interview for a job." And then the kicker after all that, because I'm not gonna say you could tolerate that, but it's okay if you go on the board and they tell you to draw up, all right, 32 power this, swing motion that, and you could do it. But they said his board work was almost worse than his attitude. So it's like if you were a quarterback and they try and draft you early in the draft and you have a bad attitude in the interview, then bad board work, like that's just how it's gonna happen. The thing I think, I just feel like maybe, and I'm not gonna say prime, don't big up your kid. I get it. I would big up my kid too. But at some point, I feel like you gotta be real with your kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure my dad thought I was the greatest athlete he's ever seen, but he sat me down plenty of times after games or trials with teams like, yo, you can't be borderline. Like, you're borderline right now. Like, you ain't gonna make this team. Like, you feel like, just be real with your kid, bro. Like, I think Shador would have still understood that my dad thinks I'm nice, but yo, going to interviews, like, you don't gotta wear a suit and tie, but just wear Nike Tech. You feel me? Like, don't wear no headphones, don't have music playing. And then, like, also, there was a thing I thought about too when I heard the board work was bad. This is just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. But that's where I feel like playing for your dad, he kind of hurts you. Because maybe, obviously, he coached him at Jackson State. Did Prime coach him in high school as well?
I want to say no.
Something tells me that Prime knew my kid's comfortable in spread. He's played shotgun since X grade or high school or Jackson State, wherever. So always played shotgun, always played all these packages. Let's not change it. Let's go to Colorado. We're trying to kind of rebuild a program. Let's not make him learn a new offense he hasn't learned yet. I feel like that could have hurt his board work because in the league, they're asking you to draw up hellish. You're in 12. You're in 20. You're back in 11. Like, you got to draw up different personnels, bro. You got to learn how to draw everything. I think that could have hurt him where if he would have played for, just hypothetical, you go play for a different team, even a spread like we could say Miami, like the spread concept team. I've still seen Miami under center. Like, I've still seen Miami do different things. The biggest thing about Colorado, people talk about they had no run game and they would never go under center. So it's like maybe that kind of hurt him where a different coach would have been like, I don't give a fuck who your dad is. We're going to teach you how to go under center. You're going to have to operate out of power I a couple times. Like, and you're going to operate out of single back play action. Like, you're going to learn how to draw this up and learn to audible out of it. I feel like that could have hurt him. All that being said, though, I think he's going to, like, I wonder what you think about him in the league because I still think he's going to be good in the league. I could be like looking at it with rose-tinted glasses, but if what you have to do is brush up some attitude things, and now the attitude is worrisome because you saw like the AR situation this year. But I feel like he's still like, I think he can have a great career. It sounds crazy.
I think he's gonna have a great career.
Exactly. I feel like he can have a great career, bro.
It's just the his name. We all know that. Like, his name is gonna create the hype, and then the fall. And then obviously the graphics of if he was the top 3 pick, it would have been $45 million contract, and now it's $4 million. So they're all like, oh, he lost $40 million. Well, I get the kind of like graphic and the point that we're trying to make with that statement. But like, we knew going into the draft, he was not going 3.
Yeah.
And he was not going 1. And Jacksonville sat at 2. So, or Cleveland sat at 2, so he wasn't picky. Like, Cleveland was already decided that they were going to be taking Hunter. Then, obviously, the trade happens with Jacksonville. So, like, we knew he wasn't going 3. So, the graphic doesn't make sense.
But then it's just like we're like, you're 100% correct. But that's like where like the Steelers pick is like, you know what I'm
that
saying?
One was the shock.
That's where it's like, he must have really,
oh,
like,
yeah, something
Mike
happened.
T's not fucking with you? What? And they need, and then now it's also like, oh, well, they waiting for Rodgers. But I'm like, man, if what I'm hearing about is this shit is correct, I think if Shador goes in that meeting and knocks out the park, they can still be waiting for Rodgers, but do they draft him in the 3rd round, 2nd round? Like, I just.
Well, let's shout out.
I just wish he handled it better, man. But it's not my life, bro. I think he's gonna be fine.
On the, on the Steelers point, let's shout out the national champion, Will Howard.
Facts.
And what we were speaking about, as he was projected after his national championship win, he was projected a day 3 pick, which he was. Pittsburgh.
Good for him. I think he could be a good backup quarterback in Pittsburgh for a long time.
Yeah.
Likeable guy from PA, obviously. Like, I think he could be fit in well. I think he's a guy that can come in there, get you a couple games. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
he might have a couple Mason Rudolph runs. Like, he could be all right up there.
That's why I also, just to briefly go back to the Browns, why I also laugh at the point of, where you have both quarterbacks drafting Dillon Gabriel, Shador Sanders 4 and 5, because the NFL has made some mock drafts, like the way too early NFL 2026 NFL draft mock draft, and they have the Browns taking Arch Manning.
Well, I mean,
so I'm like, what the fuck's the point then? So you got Kenny Pickett, you got Joe Flacco, you got Deshaun Watson, you have Dillon Gabriel, you have Shador Sanders, and now in a way too early mock draft,
let me stop you.
Archie?
Out of those 5, how confident are you that they're going to find a quarterback to move on in the future with?
One of them
5?
better. What?
I think it would be Shedeur. But when I hear attitude and board work problems, we gonna clear it up in a year to where I don't want to draft Arch Manning if I could get Arch Manning, and you think we're not gonna be there to get Arch Manning? Shedeur better come in this year and really come correct. That's all I'm saying. Or he better just be ready to grind it out and maybe sit behind Arch or have Arch or battle with Arch. He put himself in a weird position to where I feel like if it was only the play that was the problem, he'd be fine. But I hate saying it too as a brother because I feel like I feel like he's cool. Like I feel like he could literally snap his fingers and then work the next day, be like, damn, I fucked up. And then redid it. Well, obviously anyone can do that, but I'm just saying, I feel like he could have redid it and been like, damn, I fucked up. All right. Like we went about this the wrong way. It sounds crazy, but I don't think it's like he was never going to change type of thing. I think they just went into it with the mentality that like, I'm the shit, I'm one. You're going to have to pick me. If not, you're going to be salty because the next team behind me is going to pick me and I'm going to go crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I think maybe I'm delusional, but fuck Shedeur. Let's just make up for it in the back end. You feel me? Let's just make up for it in the back end, man.
Yeah, find a way. I mean, we're going to be rooting for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
There's people saying the Giants defense can be the best in the NFC East, by the way. I've been seeing the TikToks going through the D line, showing the names like it's a fucking what's the show? We're all in this together. When they flash the motherfucker's name. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Brian Burns, you're all in this. And then it goes to Kayvon Thibodeau together. And then you see Sexy Dexy.
Sexy Dexy.
Y'all ass, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I'm hype as shit. I haven't been this hype as a post-draft as a Giants fan since Saquon. Because then, in the start of the third round, fucking Cam Scatterbo is now in a Giants uniform. Great pick. Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterbo. I mean,
great pick.
Are we in the midst of is this a too early comment? But are we in the midst of a Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs type duo again in the backfield of New York?
I like great shot.
Come on.
Let's just not get him killed before we can get there. We know how many yards Saquon can get before he gets smacked in the face one time.
Yeah.
And Cam didn't like to go down. So Cam could be in for a rough couple of years before we get that O-line fixed up. But yeah, I like that pick a lot. Y'all had a great draft.
Y'all
had a great draft, man.
I mean, I'm seeing some bullshit on Jackson Dart, just like Giants fans, like saying that wasn't the pick. I'm like,
who was the pick? Who were you going to take?
And I think people need to understand, again, that he's the youngest quarterback in this class. And the fact that the Giants put themselves in a position to not have to take a quarterback at 3 just solidified the direction that we know that the team's going to go. We would have known where the team was going to go if they put themselves in the spot to take a quarterback at 3. But when you get fucking Russell, when you get Jameis, you know that you have the opportunity to take the player that is best available. And that's what teams should do moving forward.
What's the owner's name again?
Chow Mara.
Yeah, it's funny because they had that shit come out last year about Mara like not wanting to draft black quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That boy went
to
the meeting of Josh with the headphones on, music playing.
Mara said, I need Jackson Dart.
He said, I already got Jameis and Russ, so I gotta bring in the
He said, I need the 21-year-old.
Yeah, I need a break. He said, I need a break. Well, what happened? Oh, you can't be putting, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It had me thinking the worst happened. Bro.
No.
God damn.
Okay, so we need to head over to the NBA.
Oh, I remember you wanted NBA. Did you have something you want to say about Mr. Hellebuyck?
What is his name? John Hellebuyck? You are a bum! Absolute fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. That is terrible. And I think everybody fucking knows it. And I'm even happier that that the Pacers front office said your sorry ass ain't allowed to be there and watch the game. How embarrassing is that for you? You can't even watch your son.
You think that's just? I don't think that's just, bro. I feel like they should ban him from like this playoff run and then maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you ruined it for
that is fucked up.
You ruined it for everybody. Like just the fact that you were doing that to Giannis of all fucking people. Like,
yeah, that too.
And then I loved what Giannis said after too, where he was like, "Look, I've been there before. I won a championship, so like, Don't be mad at me because I stood up for myself.
Let's not act like it's not the same guy that wanted to, you know what I mean, burn the whole building down for a 60-point game ball. But I do fuck with Giannis, though. I'm just saying.
There's ways to go about it, and then there's
that
also
was terrible by Hellebuyck. No, that was terrible.
It would be very different if you played.
He was on like a news platform. I don't know if you saw the clip, and they asked him about it. And he was like, I was looking through him. Like, yeah, no shit, bro. So no. So like, yeah, I'm looking through you, Alex. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Yeah. Oh no, I'm talking to the wall. I'm talking to the wall. What?
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
No, I'm gonna do it on the golf course. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna just talk crazy shit to Drew and Sheamus and be like, I'm looking through you. I'm looking at it. What? That's where I'm like,
you didn't even play in the game.
Well, yeah.
Like, and we're doing this shit. I get fans can do this, fans can do that, but like, we're running onto the court. To Giannis face to face.
Yeah, it's bad.
Even Tyrese was like,
it's embarrassing.
That was a little too far, bro. It's like, come on, man.
And I don't know how some people, like, there was a talk on Gil's Arena, and they were talking about, do you argue with the refs or something like that when you're watching your kid play? Like, God willing, I have boys or girls and get to watch them play sports if they want to play sports. I don't want my kids to even like know I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I feel like my dad coached on some teams, and I would be like, I wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the parents that argue with the refs or get involved in the game talk shit. Like, there'd be certain parents I remember we play. I'm not gonna say the school because it's someone probably tracking down, but bro, Ty and his parent would literally be talking full shit during the game. Like, and the kid on the court, great player. Like, he wouldn't be talking shit like that. Like, it would be competitive, whatever, and one, y'all niggas fake. But you talking shit to a player on the court more than your son talking shit to the player, bro. Like, how are you feel even comfortable doing that? Like, I don't even get that. And then at John Hellebuyck age, because that's high school, homie. So we talking about your kid in the league. We talking a decade later. John Hellebuyck, you look like you 60s, 70s. Why are you even trying? You even want to use the energy to get on the court to be involved in all that, bro? Like, I'm at that age. I want to be in. We've already talked about. I remember we talked on the pod. Or I think did we talk about the pod? Jamil Nelson was watching his son play at Kansas State, and he literally sits up in the rafters at the very top in a corner with his family, no one around him, and just watch my son. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's just something about parents that are just that involved. I love involved parents. Like, you want to be at the games, whatever. But I just think,
why not just go enjoy the moment?
And I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Because my dad was never like that. But even when I had players on my team that parents were like that, I would just kind of like feel bad for them. And I don't even know if they didn't like it or not. But I would just be like, dude, this seems like this fucking sucks. Like, what the fuck? Like, the refs, parents, the coaches worry about your pop more than they worry about So I do. I mean, I'm not gonna say free John, but hopefully they get you in there a couple years, man. Because you know what I'm saying. You gotta watch the kid from the TV now. For now, it's crazy. I guess away games. I guess he go to away games.
Yeah.
I guess he go to away games.
But like, look, you ruined it for yourself.
You did. No, so, that was fucked. That was embarrassing.
And the fact that
I got secondhand embarrassment, like low key.
Yeah, I was like cringing,
bro. I'm like, dude, very hard.
I can't even watch. Like, I'm like watching it, and then like it's all over social media, obviously. Yeah. I'm like scrolling past the clip. I'm like, I don't want to see it. Like, it's just it makes me uncomfortable. Like, you look like a dumbass. Why are you doing that?
Shout out Pat Connaughton.
So childish.
Shout out Pat Connaughton. Shout out T.J. McConnell. First two people to get over there. Obviously, nothing was going to happen, but just like in that moment, one was from a losing team, one was from a winning team.
Yeah, and
how much emotion was in that? I'm just saying how much emotion was in that series. There's so much going on for you to like peep that out and go over there and get him out of there. I just want to commend those two.
Yeah, and also just like people that were gonna come out and say like, you know, how Giannis reacted to it, like time out. He just got eliminated. His season's over.
No, it was very mature.
And now I'm dealing with this bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like I would have been talking a little bit of shit. I don't know if I would have touched him, but I feel like I would have been barking. Like, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga?
Yeah, like I just got eliminated. My season's over.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been.
Why? Like, that's just the most childish shit I've ever seen.
Better than me.
All right, so still sticking with the Bucks though. Damian Lillard goes down.
Bro, that was so fucked up. First of all, oh my God. So cappers, out of respect, a lot of them was all over them. Go on my Discord, I see a couple guys that's on Dame threes. I'm like, bet. So I'm on Dame threes. I check the book. I usually don't ever bet props in the book, but the book line actually wasn't as juiced as what I thought it was. So I was like, oh, I'm going to hammer this on the book. I'm going to put the value plays on FanDuel. We cool. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a great night. Bro, I seen him wish for his Achilles, dog.
You knew it, too, that non-contact as soon as he stepped back.
And I got a couple texts. Because you know me, bro, that's been my favorite player for a long time. Like, for a very long time. Like, people that don't know, the guy that used to train us, he used to do skills and drills for our high school basketball team. His name was Rosie. He was a scout for the Trailblazers that recruited Dame. Kind of like how I peeped Dame in like 2013, his rookie year, 2014. And ever since then, I was my guy. On top of the bet. So then my phone, nigga hit my phone. Damn, bro, your man, da-da-da. No draw. I'm sick for Dame. I already know what it is. Like, you can tell towards Achilles. Next thing I know, I'm trying to figure out what we doing with these bets, man. What's up? What we doing with these bets? Lost. I'm in awe. We are 6 minutes into the fucking game. I'm looking, and I think the only book that I saw that voided the bets was Fanatic. How? Like, I understand the rule, right? Because you place a bet, the guy checks into the game, kind of at the mercy of what's going on. Because, like, let's say he gets benched, you can't really void that. You feel what I'm saying? And if he just has a bad game, goes 0-4, you can't void that. I just feel like with these books and how much money's flowing, certain situations like that, I feel like you gotta avoid the bet, bro. I feel like you gotta avoid the bet. I want to know if I'm bitching or not, because I'm seeing other books do it. I think DraftKings gave free bets back. I think they gave it like a Dame special or something like that. You got your bets back. Because I seen cash on the Thompson bet with that. FanDuel ain't give nothing though. I'm like, yo, like, I feel like it should be an auto. I feel like it should be like a unwritten rule within the online casinos. Like, if something like that happens, you get y'all cheese back. That rubbed me the wrong way, bro. It really did. And you know what the fuck the part about it is? Because I see people on Twitter like, we gonna boycott FanDuel. Fuck y'all, I'm gonna boycott FanDuel. But I got to bet Dame threes, 8 threes at plus 3,500. So I'm gonna go bet again. Like, you shit. The next night I hit Thompson 25 plus for like, it was like plus 17. I'll go back to the books. Y'all got me. But it's fucked up, man. Like, damn. I can't.
Loyal customers. That's what they're ruining.
I mean,
DraftKings always, I feel like DraftKings, maybe this is a stretch for people that have not gotten like, bonus bets back when ship voids and whatever. But I feel like DraftKings, majority of the time, will give you back, those when shit like this happens.
DraftKings got a good rep with me personally. Actually, now as you said that. Yeah, they do. They just, they interface is so, I feel like I'm losing brain cells trying to place a bet on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Like, I would literally use DraftKings. DraftKings was the first book that I bet on. As a matter of fact, the only reason why I stopped using DraftKings, because that's the bet I lost the band bet on when the Yankees game 7 versus the Rays.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, fuck DraftKings. I was just off DraftKings because I was Like, I was mad as shit. And then I went on FanDuel. I'm like, damn, FanDuel kind of tough. Like, but bro, I be on DraftKings trying to put an SGP in, and I'm like losing brain cells. Like,
yeah, it's whack.
You know what I'm saying?
It's whack how they. It's just.
Yo, DraftKings, if y'all up the interface, we will be on. I'm telling you, we'd be on DraftKings, bro. We would be on. If y'all had ESPN bet interface, like.
I would even say FanDuel, bro.
ESPN. I mean, FanDuel shit is just really clean. Like as much as I talk shit about that interface is really clean, bro. Like, fuck FanDuel, but that interface is different. The UI is different.
The emails are open, by the way, FanDuel.
Yeah, I didn't say fuck you.
The DMs are open.
I meant fuck like how fucking the Dame night. Yeah, I mean,
we'll take a deal.
But yeah, the interface is different. But yeah, we gotta start avoiding bets collectively, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously speedy recovery, and then it raises the question for Dame, like, where do you go from here? What do you do from here?
I don't want to think about that right now.
Because you basically
shit's painful.
Missed the entire season next year.
I've been seeing the pictures at the end of the era. Like, it's hard to think. I mean, it was I used to, oh my God. That's my guy, man. It's really my guy.
Well, the Knicks and the Pistons series ends in 6 games in Detroit. What a finish. I mean, seriously. I don't want to hear another bad word on Jalen Brunson ever again. I will never fucking tolerate it. Because this series is just so funny in multiple different ways because of how it progressed in how the talk and discussion was about Jalen Brunson. Where it's like, oh, game 1 and 2, it's, oh my God. foul baiting. Oh, I can't even watch Jalen Brunson. He does it all the time. I can't even watch it. Jalen Brunson foul baits every time he touches the ball, even though Cade Cunningham's getting more of the calls the entire beginning half of this series. And then as games 3 and as games 4 progress, and then especially when we get to my favorite was towards the latter half of game 5 when nobody was really in that 25 ballpark range, and then in MSG when they could have been, closing out the series in MSG. That would have been one hell of a fucking story. But no, then you got to go to Detroit. And then you drop a 40 ball. And Thompson goes flying off the screen. And then you do 3. Now, even what was more impressive than that shot was it was like a minute and a half before that where he slipped underneath the hoop. Then was able to back his way back down. And then find a way in to lay that ball where that was needed. I mean, they were down 2. That was to tie the game at that point. So just going back to the point of Jalen Brunson winning Clutch Player of the Year, consistently showing us why he deserved that award and then how he earned that award just in this playoffs alone. First in points, first in fourth quarter points, and first in 30-point games in these playoffs alone. It's too consistent for me to not talk about it.
I love Jalen Brunson. I said a lot of good words about him on this podcast, so this probably be one of the first times I kind of have like critiques. Because the foul bait and shit, the debates on Twitter and all that, and like it's annoying. Me personally, it's annoying, bro. I don't like how he does it, but fuck it, bro. But I do, like I've already said before, I do understand why people say that. I've already said before, I know it's you. The thing with the Brunson thing, like, right, him being clutch, he's extremely clutch. At the end of the games, he always does it. I mean, he hits shot after shot. That's unbelievable. When I look at the Knicks, it shouldn't be taking that.
Yeah.
Look at their roster. And this is when I was asking you if this series goes too long or if y'all lose this series, does Thibs get fired? I'm watching this series like fire Thibs, right? I'm watching the game like, this Thibs needs to be fired today. Like they could win in 6 and fire Thibs. Jalen Brunson's taking 30 shots. Every possession is ISO Brunson, pick and roll, ISO Brunson. Like we don't have Cat, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Deuce off the bench, Cam off the bench. Like we don't have to play basketball like this. You're literally making the game hard on yourself, and it's shining a great light on Brunson. But I think half the reason, like the foul bait and shit and all this is a huge conversation is because Brunson every possession has to find a way to get a bucket. Like it's an impressive 40, but it's on 30 shots because Thibs is calling 5 out, 1-5 high pick and roll every possession. Like y'all, bro, I feel like y'all have a roster that is capable to run an offense that is like, damn near you feel like it's impossible to stop. Hella motion, hella flex cuts. Everyone's touching the ball. DHO here, swing. Like, but it's just a ball stick, ISO. It makes no sense to me. And I think I'm not making an excuse for Jalen Brunson at all. But I think the reason why people complain about it so much and it even like sheds a higher light is because it's damn near every possession, bro. Like even we were talking about the possession where you got the tough bucket under the basket. I wasn't playing the game. I didn't have the ball in my hand, but you could sense like he's trying to draw it. Like he's trying to draw. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you could just feel it coming with him. But I don't blame him because he has to find a way to get a bucket every single time they come down the court, bro. Like they showed a graphic in the fourth quarter. He was 3 for 12 in the fourth quarter before the final shot. Yep. Like it's like okay, he went close. That's why I'm like I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but like how it is very impressive that he hit that final shot and he hit a couple turnaround one-legged fadeaways that are very impressive to hit. But you're 3 for 12 and a 4. I guess he went 4 for 13. You don't even have to do that. You have Cat, Mikal, and OG. Like, y'all should be running some motion offense where he doesn't even have to do that. And it's like, y'all about to go play the Celtics with that offense?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you had in the fourth quarter alone, there was 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They showed the graphic of fourth quarter points. They were getting outscored 25-9. How have we played 8.5 minutes of basketball in the fourth quarter of a potential series-clinching game, and you got 9 fucking points in the fourth quarter?
Asar Thompson was putting Jalen in hell for a couple possessions, getting some steals, and Cat's in foul trouble with no rhythm because he has 10 or 9 points at that point. He's been in foul trouble the whole game, and he's barely getting touches on all. Like, first of all, and OG and Mikal are playing awesome basketball. Like, I feel like you should be. I don't know. I don't like how Thibs runs his offense at all, and I fully understand what people were saying when they were like, Thibs is gonna be gone. Thibs is gonna be gone. I seen Knicks fans on my timeline complaining like crazy, and I was like, I actually in full agreement with them. How do you expect to go contend with the Celtics with this offense? It is just.
I mean, the Celtics are minus 1,000 to move on. They at least
that
the
line,
books,
like I thought that line was disrespectful when I first opened it because you're like minus 1,000 what, and then you just go back and think about how the Knicks played that series, and you're like, yeah, like how do they win that series? Playing offense like that down the stretch of games.
I mean, they have FanDuel likes this series to be over in 5.
Yeah, I mean Brunson was hunting on the when Sar Thompson was on him, it was hell, but he's hunting on the Pistons. There's not a lot of people to hunt on, but there's almost no one to hunt on the Celtics. Legit nobody. So how is that offense going to work? That late game execution offense. It could be a lot of close games, and let's keep it a buck. Y'all barely got out that series. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, if refs are locked in, that's going 7. Like, if refs are locked in, and it was at game 4 at the Palace, if refs are locked in, that shot was to send the game back to the Garden. The series back to the Garden. So y'all win 7 with the Pistons? Let's keep it a buck. Like, that should be a team that's plus 500 versus Celtics. And, like, look at that roster. Y'all supposed to go to 7 with the Pistons. Thibs, you should be fired today. Like, I fuck with Thibs, but I'm watching the series and I'm like, I'm just so confused at how these games are going down to the wire like this. It's unbelievable the offense he runs on the stretch. But yeah, no, shout out to Jalen Brunson because I mean it was unbelievable, and that's a shot that run back for his career forever. And he was doing it in versus Philly. Like, it's crazy because now I've seen people like Jalen Brunson's road playoff stats. I was calling this shit out when he was. I'm like, wow, he's come back to the well. It's gonna be 40. Like, it's just Brunson. But the way I guess maybe they run New York runs their offense, it just shines the light on the foul bait and the way he plays offense because he feels like he has to get a bucket every time he comes down. And so I don't blame him for playing that way, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just happy.
But good for you though. I mean, it had to be awesome to watch.
I'm happy that they got it done.
Hit your bets. You saw Knicks as a dog. When you went
Knicks
into it.
as a dog. Yeah.
Shit, man.
They were like laughing at me. They were like, so like, did you just? Because when he hit the shot, I'm like sitting there looking at the TV and I'm like this, just standing like this. And they're like, did you like hit a bet or like, are you a fan? And I'm like, what would you do if I said both?
Yeah, both for sure. Both for sure.
So, very exciting. Yeah,
now,
but this is what we said.
Can I see the total points for this series? Jason Tatum's been having. I was gonna say, okay, yep, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
He's gonna have.
Do
to
you
be
hammer that? Is that hammerable?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, you're gonna need. I mean, you need a 30 ball a night.
Okay, but if you're losing in 5 and the Celtics are making it look easy, how many times is Tatum going for 40?
Yeah, he might sit in the 4th for like.
Maybe not even sit, but he.
Well, I just mean like if they're up 15 with like 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go,
but
they'll probably just sit.
It could, bro. The way this shit could go, it could be. Peyton Pritchard has 27.
Yeah, facts.
Jaylen Brown has 22. Tatum has 24.
I'm still waiting for the OG takeover game because you remember how
it's not gonna happen if Thibs doesn't learn how to run an offense.
But like how he took over, he took over in the back half of like it was like the last month of basketball. I mean, he was averaging 30 a game, 20. Yeah. It was like 28 a night. Yeah. So I'm like, I figured we were gonna start seeing that. Of course, the one game that I bet him on his total points, he finishes with like 10. I'm like, dude, where is that 30 ball?
He even had a great game 6 in the game where I feel like he could have got 30 if the ball wasn't sticking so much. But yeah. Yeah, so Brunson, right, hits the step back on Sar Thompson. And all I could think about in the back of my mind was that shot should have cashed me a band. But the Lakers, I don't know what to do, right? Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, do I get mad at myself or do I get mad at the Lakers? Watching the games, I'm furious at the Lakers. I'm watching games. What game was it? Was it game 5 or game 4 where they're up 9 in the first quarter, blow the lead. They're up 11 in the second quarter, blow the lead. They're up 9 again in the third quarter, blow the lead. End up losing that game. Nice, great. I'm thinking we're cool. I think, was that the stomach bug game? Because this series really felt like I got bent over by the books, bro. It really felt like I got fully bent over. Because that game, when they're blowing leads every single quarter, cool, right? You got me, all right. And then Luka gets a stomach bug? Can we keep it a buck? Can we keep, after I said all this on TikTok, he gets a stomach bug? Can we keep it a buck, bro? Like, I don't ever feel bad for myself. I don't. That was the closest I've ever came to like, wow, bro. It's really.
Wait, so who else was in the lay?
It was Warriors series to go over 5.5 games. A lot.
Right.
Oh wait, the lay lost anyway. I'm bitching for nothing because the Bucks. I forgot about the Bucks. That game didn't go. That series didn't go 6. Or was it the Bucks series? No. I'm tripping. Let me look right now. It was the Warriors series to go 6. The Clippers series to go 6. Lakers to win in 6, and then the Knicks to win in 6.
So it was Lakers.
Yeah, so it was the Lakers. And then I had another lotto parlay, which was the same thing, and then I had Bucks to go 6 too, which also got cooked. But like, yeah, bro, I'm just watching these games. Like, I'm never. You've watched me lose bets, bro. I'm never like a bitcher. Like, fuck the boy. Look at, bro. I'm literally watching the one game with Luka got the stomach bug. I'm like, I almost want some why me shit, bro. I swear to God.
Why me?
Like I'm watching Luka on the sideline on some why me shit, bro. And then the worst part about it is, I'm like, nah, Bron got me, bro. Bron got me. And the one game, I think it was game 5, he's hitting all these threes. I'm not mad at him, but I've never seen Bron act like this. I'm asking myself, does Bron not give a fuck? Like, he's just pulling threes. Like, the one, bro, it's like a 3.4 point game. He gets the outlet pass, drops it because he wants to take a heat check, and it's like, like, I'm used to Bron getting that motherfucker, go to the rack, lay it in. Where's that Bron at when I put the cheese on the line? Like, I'm so confused. And then the worst part about it is, I'm sitting there. I'm like, if Mark Williams passed a physical, I feel like this is an easy win of a series. Rudy Gobert has 30 and 27 or something like that. I'm watching the series losing my fucking mind. Losing my mind, bro. I cannot believe it. And like I said, the next day, I'm watching Jalen Brunson come down the stretch and hit that step back 3. And all I'm thinking is, this could have been one of the best betting memories I've had this year.
Especially with that shot, like like the Jalen Brunson shot to hit the cash.
It would have been the best betting memory probably this year. Don't even care what happened during football season. And JJ plays everybody for the whole second half. 40-year-old man out there, whole second half. Stomach bug and no big. Wow. I'm putting Luka in talks that I never thought I'd put. Is he top? He's not top 5 after I see what I see here. Am I exaggerating?
No.
Bron's legacy, I know you want to ask that question.
Yeah, well, I will say, too, like, losing parlays on the last leg sucks, but you know it doesn't? Pickett Sports. Download Pickett Sports. You just code AllDayBets and link a sportsbook. You literally get free money by doing it. Track all your bets. Pickett Sports, code AllDayBets. Bron's legacy has been one of those things that has been spoken about after the loss, because it's like, everybody in a joking sense will just say, like, you know, in random comment sections, like, you know, how does this affect Bron's legacy?
I love it when
in this instance, this is like dead ass a complete fact that has to be like, this statement has like actually mean, like, we mean it this time when we're saying it. Like, how does this loss hurt his legacy? Because since being a Laker, you got the chip in 2020, and then it's been a sweep in the Western Conference Final, and a boatload of first-round exits, and I think a sprinkled in, 1 second-round exit or 2 second-round exits. So you really haven't made it far outside of the COVID year in the COVID championship in 2020, where now it's like, where do you put this? Where does this loss, especially where it was like, oh, we might see the whole Disney movie. Luka's here now. This is our shot. We just competed and got to 3rd in the West in a really tough Western Conference this year when we didn't really think the Lakers were going to get all the way up there to 3. I mean, I just, it doesn't, I don't have a pure, I guess, take on it. I still think, you know, Bron is the GOAT. He's still doing this at fucking 40. But, like, I figured out, I figured that there was going to be a better outcome for them. And instead, you got fucking Ant-Man,
True.
Superman,
True.
Batman, Lakers in 5.
Yeah,
So,
I
Good for
personally,
you, though, Ant.
personally, I don't have it tainting Bron's legacy at all. I think a lot of us, like me, I was at the forefront. I mean, I took the Lakers to win the championship. I was at the forefront of the people. Luka's here. They have Bron and Luka. No better closers in the league than these two, right? But I was also the same guy that got on this podcast and tried to, like, educate people on the fact that we're in a too big era. It's not about going small no more. You need size. And, like, we're looking at the Lakers team the whole year that has no size. But then I'm watching them. They had, like, a March run where they were one of the best defensive teams in the league. They were playing great. I just had rose-tinted glasses. But the Lakers team is not constructed correctly. Remember the too big thing I was telling you? Like, just look at every team that's still rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all might be the only team that doesn't play two bigs consistently. You all might be the only ones, and y'all probably gonna lose. No offense. So it's like that team wasn't constructed to win. Now you said the other thing about the West and all that. I don't think it hurts Bron. Me personally, I don't think it hurts Bron's legacy. I think the main thing people see now for the first time in forever is Bron like looking like he's not always gonna have his team at the cream of the crop, because that was really the GOAT thing, right? You know, Jordan 6 championships, never lost championship. Every time Jordan suit up in a Bulls uniform, everyone into the season thinking the Bulls had a chance to win the championship or they're gonna win the championship. Kobe. You feel me? Every time he shoot up with the Lakers, whether it was with Sasha Vujacic or whether it was with Shaq, you thought the Lakers had a chance to win a championship. Bron, Cavs, Heat, back to the Cavs, Lakers. Every single time he shoot up, you think they had a chance to win a championship, or they would be in the Western Conference Finals, or they'd be in the finals at least. You know what I'm saying? Bron, 10 straight championship runs. This is the first time we see Bron not really be in that elk. You feel me? So it's hard to be like, and especially when people have arguments with the GOAT debates, and that's what a lot of people's arguments ride on. It's like, look now, you feel me? But me personally, I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially the
0
points.
It would be different if his play was bad. You feel me?
I mean, he did not score in the fourth quarter of that elimination game.
All that to be said, he still, to me, was the best player for the Lakers in the series. Like, not even close.
I also would.
You know what I'm saying?
I also would say too, like,
if he wasn't the best Lakers player in the series, but he was the best Lakers player in the series.
Everyone's so quick to run right to Bron for, you know, I'm gonna point my finger at you for what happened here and here.
I'm saying, yeah.
But like,
this isn't on Bron.
When are we gonna point fingers at fucking JJ Redick?
I'm not even.
I mean, look at the roster that you got.
I'm not even pointing. I even think.
Why are we pointing fingers at Bron?
I even think people pointing fingers at JJ Redick is just unfair. I think. I just don't think the roster, bro. They don't have a big to play. Who are you gonna beat with no big? Like, you're not gonna beat nobody with no big. And then they have really no depth they can rely on. Like, you have 3 cones on defense. Like,
it was a matchup.
It just sounds like you're making excuses, but it's just a fact. Like,
it was a matchup from hell for them.
They got beat, but I think anyone would have been a match. Like, I think who are they beating in the first? Like, who are they better than in the first round? Really, when you really get to look at them in the playoffs and how the playoffs being played, they're not beating the Clippers, they're not beating the Nuggets, they're not beating the Warriors. Rockets probably not even beating them. You feel me? Because they could pull off Steven Adams and Alpi.
And we're
like,
but like
not beating Thunder.
So do you hear what you just said right there?
Yeah.
And we're the dumbasses that
took
them to win.
Like I said, Luka came through. They had that run in March where they were having great defensive metrics and this and that, and looking at it with rose-tinted glasses, and I got hoodwinked. Like, I can admit that I got hoodwinked, but when you like, because the people that want to make the argument that Bron's this and he's not that, when you tell them why you got hoodwinked, it's like, oh, this is an excuse. Like, no. Okay. You can say it's an excuse, but like the team is just not good enough. I was just blatantly incorrect. Maybe the most wrong I've been about a Bron team in my career, and I'm happily will say that. But to the people talking about the legacy thing, they'll say that's an excuse to where, like, sure, bro. Like, it's not really. It's just it's how sports work. Sometimes your team's just not good enough. The reason why we put Bron in these conversations is because we've seen him have teams that were clearly not good enough, 2018, et cetera, 2007, et cetera, and carry them to the finals. So when he's not doing it now, it's like, oh, what's up with Bron? To me, nothing, but, you know, it's how it goes, bro.
The Golden State Warriors are 5.5-point favorites at home, hosting the Rockets. It looks like it's just money and bets-wise on FanDuel is pretty much split right down the middle. And this would be the chance for Golden State to end it here.
Yeah, so, I've been in the Rockets better. You know, I love the Rockets. Last couple nights, they've been cashing me out. Probably going to take them again just because it's a big number. It's crazy because a couple things about this series, right? First of all, I hate that I love the Rockets because I don't like signing up for the Jalen Green experience. Like, it's unbelievable, bro. Like, you're going to hate him for the whole entire game, and there's going to be 2 minutes of that game where you are the biggest Jalen Green fan that ever spawned in on planet Earth, because it's going to be unbelievable for about 30 seconds and then go back to being absolute, like, literally sabotaging the bet. Besides that, and then Alpi hasn't been able to find his legs. That's been kind of annoying. You know who's really annoying though? Like, the number one subject? Brandon Podziemski. Do you ever notice this? I don't know if you've noticed this as like when I bet on Steph to score, when I bet on Draymond assist, when I bet on the Warriors spread, he can't find Steph. He's not finishing Draymond's dimes. He's not contributing to winning basketball at all. Airballing shots, shit's hitting the side of the backboard from the corner. I swear I've seen this all with Podziemski. The very second I put money on the opposing spread, he's one-legged from the nail, fade away cash, corner cash, dribble down, starting fast breaks, throwing oops up, laying motherfuckers, playing great defense. Do every single time that I bet against the Warriors, he draws a foul on that little pick and roll thing that he does to draw the foul. Every time I take the Warriors, never gets called. Gives him a free bucket because he's not on the defense. Brandon Podziemski's great basketball player. Great basketball player. It's not anything against you as a basketball player. There's always players I feel like in every sport that for some reason I don't get it. Taysom Hill. I put money on the Saints. He's not doing none of that wildcat shit he be doing. And when I bet against the Saints, over the fucking pile, one hand, hey, throwing passes, stiff arm motherfuckers. As soon as I put money on the Saints, nope, Taysom Hill fumble the ball, all this bullshit. Brandon Podziemski, it's you now in basketball. Every single time I take the Warriors, anything, it could be Draymond. Like I said, Draymond assists, not making no corner threes. Steph points. He's turning the ball over, throwing it out of bounds, getting subbed out. No, not contributing to nothing. I'm telling you, the second he could be playing like dog shit, and I'm like, oh, let me take them live. Let me take the Rockets live. This game over. He's like, shit, change shoes, new headband, cash and shit. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. Hats off to you because you're making yourself some money. You'll be a great team at the start. See, they call you. You know it's a real. You a real white boy. They fuck with you if they call you B. They call you B. So you stamped. I fuck with you, bro. Just can you be regular? Like, I'm not asking you to just be regular. Don't be dog shit when I bet on you, and then don't be outstanding. Like, I'm taking the Warriors. I'm taking the Rockets. I would take Podziemski props. If you're not taking Podziemski props, I would just pay attention to watch how he plays like fucking like White Mike out there tonight, man. That shit is fucking crazy, bro. I can't believe that shit every single time. Looks like you out there every time I fucking bet against him.
That shit's fucking hilarious. I mean,
do you have players like that? I feel like this is like, do you have any players that like when you bet on the team, you like they like it's like usually a wild card player, X factor type of player, and when you bet on that team, they never do shit, but when you bet against them, it is like they are unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I have like at least like team perspective, like it's always like the shit teams.
Yeah.
You know, like you put in like a money line. Like this year, I've lost a bunch on it. Like the fucking White Sox.
Why'd you say that?
Like,
oh my God, why'd you say that?
The A's.
No. Like, the White Sox.
The Cubs have been killing me. Paul Skeens' Nerfies have been horrific this season. He started out pretty good, and then it's just you got to watch out for the Pirates' Nerfies because whatever the Pirates bats decide to do in the first inning, Skeens has found a way to get out of it in the first inning, and then like he gave up like 3 homers in one inning yesterday. But in the first inning alone, it's the Pirates that do it. So I'm like, okay, Paul Skeens is doing his job in the top half of the inning, and then you guys come out with fucking 1 out and just hit it. I can't.
Did you take the Brewers yesterday by any chance?
Nope.
I did. Unbelievable. 8-0. The only I stopped paying attention after the 8th inning. So God forbid if your leadoff hitter got a hit then or Trio got a hit then.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. Through 7 innings, the only people to get a hit versus the White Sox were the 8 and 9 hitter. You guys should, bro, sell the franchise. I was, because, you know, sometimes you lose a bet, you get on a rabbit hole of being a fan of the team. This is exactly what I did. I'm seeing tweet surface of when we didn't bring back, I'm pretty sure it was Willie. They didn't bring back Willie. The owner said, we don't have enough money to sign a player of that caliber. So you don't have enough money to be a good baseball team because Willie's a good player, but if you want to be on a World Series team, you need a Willie, maybe a Willie and a half, maybe a half a Willie. That's a lot of money. So you basically telling everybody that we don't have enough money to be a good baseball team. And I wish I would have seen that in the summer because now I'm seeing you have lines versus the White Sox. Oh, my God. Minus 180. Oh, we just built a little parlay with this. Throw them in there. This is not a serious baseball team at all.
Yeah.
This is not a serious baseball team at all. How are you playing the White Sox losing 8-0? No one's getting a hit in your lineup, and the owner just doesn't care. It'd be different if y'all cared. Like if when I lose a bet and it's the Dodgers and they do some shit like that, I'm like, all right, it was just a bet. Like they care. Like now I'm really peeping with the Brewers. Y'all don't give a fuck. So it's cool. We fading y'all now. I was gonna say he should take y'all to win the division. What the fuck was I on, bro? They are really. They're not trying to lose baseball games, but they're not trying to win. And that shit really pissed me off yesterday, bro. I'm never taking them again. I'm breaking shit. I'm never taking them again, bro. straight fading them, bro. And only time I bet for y'all, anytime I take the Brewers at this point on, is when Woodruff comes back. Because Woodruff's not up right now. I think he's on the IL or something like that. When Woodruff comes back, that's the only time I bet y'all. But god damn, the White Sox. Should I be talking about? But White Sox got a good matchup today. Oh, this team got back in late to the hotel. Let me take the White Sox. No hit. Like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Football season is really the one, though. That's really the one.
Yeah, I mean, like...
No, last football season for me was the Vikings. My God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I think, was it Seattle, too?
Seattle, for sure. But the Vikings, my God. I mean, all 14 of their wins, it felt like I was just on the wrong side. Yeah. And then you just had the perfect matchup. Last game of the season, like, I'm like, I should just hammer it. I should get all my Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings is on that list, too. But yeah, we should keep track of that. Teams that do that. That's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I would love, because that could be a good segment for that, too.
I mean, it's like people I take for them to hit home runs. It's just like the next day.
Dude, I saw a home run parlay from Tuesday night. It's when the Yankees went back to back to back again in the first inning.
Yo. I had the under in that game.
Oh, that sucks.
I had the under in that game.
But what somebody did is they did like a parlay, and it was a home run parlay. It was like Ohtani, Judge, Schwarber,
nice, good for
and like someone else, like four leg.
I would have never thought about that.
And I'm like, dude, are you like those are the types of bets where like when you post that shit and like BR Betting's posting that shit, people are gonna be like, dang, like it's really that easy. Just take the fucking best hitters in the league for home runs. Boom. FanDuel is like, bring me my money.
They love it.
Bring me my money.
They love it. They love
that shit is bullshit.
Bro, they love when people hit that. They love when people hit like the full like the 12 leg money line parlays.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude.
They love it.
They feed off of it.
Yeah, but the home run it's unbelievable, bro. Someone just go yard the next day. Easy. Max Kepler plus 1,000. Oh, this would be a good one to take. Doesn't go yard. Next day I'm listening on the radio. Line drive, hit a shot in center field. Max like, fuck my life, I guess, bro. It's cool.
I do want to take us to, before we go to the abs, I do want to take us to the sleeper shit, this Dynasty League. I should have done this when we were talking about the draft.
Good. You're on your Harry Roseman shit.
Yes. So I'm in a 12-man Dynasty League, fantasy football. We're in year 3 of this. And I made some crazy moves last year to get myself set up for this year's draft, which is very, very big for me. So we'll start out with the trades and how I got here to 5 first-round picks. So last year, before the season, I traded CMC for 2 first-rounders this year, 1 first-rounder next year, Terry McLaurin, Michael Penix, and Rashad White. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20 because CMC got hurt, but I think for the haul that I got, I automatically already won that trade. Then I used the 2026 first, and I put that with Gabe Davis for a 2025 first, just so I could get back into the first round this year. So now I got 3 first-round picks, 2 this year, two that I traded for, and then 1, that's already mine. And then lastly, what I did is I traded a 3rd-round pick and George Pickens for another first-round pick. So now I have,
that's crazy.
Out of these 12, again, it's a 12-man league. I got number 2, number 3, number 6, number 8, and number 10. All that to say, who am I picking?
Wait, we traded GP. I forgot about that, bro. That's a bad trade.
We
do have draft capital though.
We have a shitload of draft capital.
GP. Yeah, no, we have a lot of.
So like, if this guy at 1, like, you assume he's taking Genty, right? Or like
if he doesn't take Genty, he's on crack, in my opinion.
So like, is it a smart play? Like, am I picking Hampton, or do I just go? I mean, it doesn't really matter actually, because I have 2, 3. So like, do I go like Hampton Hunter, or like do I lock up my quarterback and get Ward?
I don't like him. I mean, you know what I mean? I feel like you can get a quarterback in fantasy very easily, bro.
I think I'm gonna, because like again, Hampton's gonna be competing with Najee Harris too.
Define competing.
Yeah.
We seen how that. I mean, you're gonna get your carries with Najee.
I mean,
no offense to Najee, it's just
I don't look at projections at all.
You don't get carries,
especially in fantasy. I don't look at projections at all. But I do just kind of find it funny that like Cam Ward is projected the same amount of points as Ashton Genty. That just doesn't.
I think Genty should go 1. If Genty doesn't go 1, we get Genty. Then I think you just want Travis.
Yeah.
Maybe Hunter. The camera's in my fucking way. I can't see. There we go. Okay.
Like, could it?
Oh my God, Tyler Warren, Emeka Ibuka. You could fuck around, trade down.
Yeah, that is true.
Like fuck. I would try to get Trevor Genty. My opinion, I would try to get Trevor Genty. I wouldn't really worry about quarterback unless you really feel like you need to get a quarterback.
I mean, the quarterbacks I'm sitting with right now are Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones, and Michael Penix, because I got that in that trade.
It's bad, but we can waiver wire that, get somebody else in there. I feel like you can be cool with Penix and Lawrence, fantasy-wise.
I also have, talk about capital, like, who I have on this team is kind of nuts, because I drafted, in last year's draft, I drafted a lot of rookie receivers thinking that, that was going to be the help. Like, for example.
Oh, you need to get Genty. Wait, no, you need to trade up to get Genty.
Worthy, Mitchell, Franklin. I got Brendan Rice. I got all rookie wide.
You don't really even need Trav. You need to trade up to get Genty. That's what you need to do. You need to try to talk to whoever has the number 1 pick, and you need to get a package that gets you Genty. You don't even need Jay Flowers. You don't even need what's it called? You need to trade up to get Genty, bro. I swear to God. You actually need to, like, I don't even care if the ball first isn't even picking Genty. Like, you just need to be like, yo, let me get that pick.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need? Because you can't even take that risk with your team, I feel like, bro. If you get Genty on this team, like, you are moving. Shit me? Then you probably could pick up Dart late and just be like, between him and D Jones. I mean, probably.
I'll probably, I could give him 2 and maybe one of these sophomore receivers.
I have so many. Who do you want? I just need Genty. So you could take who you want. That's exactly what I would do. I would.
Would you max it at 2 players? So
yeah,
I get,
because I have so much draft capital.
So I give you the number 2 pick and you get 2 players. I think that's fair.
I would just be like, what do you want? Because the motherfucker could just be like, give me 1 player, 2nd pick.
Yeah, true.
And all these picks. Okay. All these back end. Like, you hoping for Jens back there. I'm trying to get Ashton Genty. Like, you need to work. That's what I would do, bro. I would literally, because if you get Genty, your team's set. Your team is very, very set. Because you can just go, like, because then, like, you're deep at running back fairly. You feel me? But you have so many fucking receivers, bro.
I know. I'm going to have to end up trading some.
You need to get Tyler Warren, too, with your draft capital. That's what I would look. That's what my plan would be. I would want to trade up to get Genty, and then I would try to find a way to get Tyler Warren.
Yep. All right.
That needs to be.
I mean, that's where it looks.
Because
it's just going to be.
You have enough picks to where, like, we're not in the war room right now, so we don't know what the picks going to be. I feel like you have enough picks to where you could trade up for both of them when the time comes. You get Warren and you get Genty. That's enough points for me to feel like you could figure out the quarterback situation.
Right.
If you don't get them 2, then we're going to have to start. Jackson.
Yeah.
I need you.
All right, yeah, I just wanted to go over that there. Over to NHL Game 7.
Yo, these series have been fucking crazy.
Dallas Stars hosting the Colorado Avalanche in what is going to be a fantastic Game 7. The 2 best words in sports. Game 7. And the second favorite Colorado Avalanche before the playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs started, the Colorado Avalanche were in second behind the Hurricanes to win the cup. Now, obviously, they are down
the Panthers
to
and Handling Lightning.
They did.
There's a lot of pundits upset.
There goes the future right there.
I should have known you wasn't gonna win that when I seen PK took the Lightning, bro. So that's not really your fault, man. It's basically, I mean.
The Colorado Avalanche are minus 144 Saturday night in Dallas, Game 7. I'm riding with Colorado here. I don't care that it's on the road. This is a good spot for Dallas to be at home. A little banged up. Colorado, again, they're just, in my opinion, they're just a better team. You give me minus 144. This team will put up a better fight down the stretch in the rest of these playoffs than the Stars would. I'm rooting for better hockey at this point. My team's already out of it, so I want Colorado.
Like, you are like all the way out of it. It's kind of shameless. I feel like you right now with NBA. just have I don't have a future. I don't have a team.
I
Or
don't
you
have.
still have an NBA team. That is the worst feeling though. When your team,
I don't got a future
when,
now.
When your team's out of it and then your future's out of it,
My future's out. My
like,
team's out.
what the fuck am I doing?
So now I'm
here?
like, I want to just see
I'm
the
gonna go-
best hockey.
I'm gonna go to
Give me the
range.
fucking apps. Yeah, I'm gonna. Go to
I'm
range.
gonna go to range. No cap though. I'm with you on the Avs. I feel like I could be wrong, but the only players that I know on the Stars, their star players, Robertson, the other dude, are hurt. So at that point, I'm taking the Avs. I want to ask you personally about this series that's going on tonight, though. We want Connor. What? Like for me as a casual, I'm like, so the first time they did that, I was like, oh, they got someone got they one of them. All right, the next game he gonna come out here. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be 42 shots and 41 saves type of Connor Hellebuyck. Happened again.
Yeah.
I've never seen Cuz act like this. Now it's sent me down a rabbit hole. Apparently, some hot guys are saying, away from the whiteout, he don't really like it to be the 10 outside the whiteout. So now my thing is, you not at the whiteout. And if it goes to game 7, anything can happen. So 2 questions, like, is he just having it? So is he not who I think he is? Because who I thought he is at this year, I mean, if to win what was it, the Vezina Cup? Is that what it called? Or the Vezina?
Vezina.
The Vezina. To win that at minus 1100, I'm thinking this might be the best goalie I'm gonna see in my lifetime. If I'm seeing, I don't know that much about hockey,
sure.
So that's what I'm thinking. And I'm watching the playoffs, I'm watching other stuff, and throughout the season, he's him. And motherfuckers are saying we want Connor, and then you come back and they saying we want you again, and then you gotta come here on game 6. I don't know what to do betting wise. As a casual, I think I might take the Blues because why as a casual why would I take the Jets here? What logical reason would I take the Jets right here? Honestly. Going back to St. Louis, why would I take the Jets?
Yeah, I mean, again.
Yeah, I'm seeing, because the books usually would have me here. Kind of Hellebuyck plus money on tripping.
At least for the one thing that Winnipeg does have going for them is, look, we do not want to get to a game 7. Let's just
at all
end this shit right now.
I don't care what the energy's gonna be like.
Let's get it over with.
It's the same situation that Toronto was in.
Yeah.
If Toronto lost that game last night, dog, yo, the shot, what was the guy's name? Perron? Did he bounce? Was that off the Heezy? I think that was off his head. Yo, that was one of the, like that. I'm not gonna say it was one of the best hockey games I watched, but like I feel that way. That's why the NHL playoffs are so great, because there's always games where I'm like, that's one of the best hockey games I watched. That was crazy,
well,
bro.
Dude, that's the other thing that was funny to note about that series. In series clinching games, obviously this was before last night's game. But in series clinching games, the Maple Leafs and the Austin Matthews are 1-13.
Bro, I was betting the Senators like a motherfucker. As soon as I'm going down 3-0.
The only time it happened was 2023. So I'm like, guys, a lot of people, like hockey fans, enjoy watching the pain and misery that Toronto fans continue to go through. It's kind of like watching the Jets fans.
Yes.
Like consistently, you're just a fucking laughingstock. Mm-hmm. Now, it's different where Toronto, you know what you're going to get. Like, you know, we got a shot to make the playoffs. We just have a firm belief that we may not be getting out of the first round.
Yeah.
So no matter how good the season is.
No matter.
So that's where it differs a little bit. But
bro,
I was just rooting heavy, like, please just advance.
See, I was
for
bro,
Toronto, just
I saw it go 3-0, and I was like, I didn't take the future, like series future, but I was like, I'm taking the Senators every single game. I'm taking them every game. The crazy thing is, like, with the Jets, I don't know that much about their history. But they ain't really been that good in a while, no? Like, and then wasn't last year a disappointment? Like, they was nice last year.
Because that's when whiteouts were, like, huge.
Hellebuyck's nice, but their 5-on-5 is tough.
Yeah.
Bro. They're just tough. I don't really know other players, but I watched them skate around. Like watching the game, was it last night, 2 nights ago? I think it was 2 nights ago. I'm like, yeah, they just tough, bro. Like, they're just tough. But when you go back to St. Louis, it's going – so I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do, but I think I'm going to take the Blues, bro.
I'm taking the Jets.
Really?
Yep. I'm like.
So it doesn't scare you that he goes there and just like, why doesn't that scare you?
If it'd be different if it was game 7, I'd really be kind of torn on that. But like,
I feel like it's not the same thing. I feel like game 6, the team fighting to stay alive at home is basically the same shit. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean they're because this is win or go home.
Yeah, like I feel like it's the same shit, and you there where they just say we want you. I feel like, is that fucking with his head? It has to be, bro.
Yeah. You would think.
Like, I don't know. If I was a hockey player, I feel like I have a different perspective. But, like, damn, dog. How could I take the Jets and you taking them? Good luck, bro. I think I'm going to be on the other side, bro. Do we take an over? Is it an overlook? Because the last game flew over. I think that might be the play. Is it an overlook?
Over 5.5 plus 114.
I feel like all the overs had to hit in St. Louis because of the We Want Connor stuff. I feel like the overs had to hit in St. Louis. I feel like the over might be the play more than St. Louis. And then you taking the Jets, bro. Like, you like inflicting pain. Why do you do shit like, what's up with you, bro? Well, no, what's up with you? Like, cause
I wish there was
no. Cause let me rant. Cause Josh had his regular season run. Then he goes and plays Pat, and then you're like, no, I'm not going to take Josh. And then we seen Pat in the playoffs versus Josh. Then you're like, no, I'm gonna take Josh. And then Connor talking about we want Connor, and then keep going back to and you're like, no, I'm gonna take Connor. Why do you do shit
You're
like
a
this?
sick fuck.
Like, what's up with you, bro?
I wish there was better value for this game though. Like it's a pick 'em.
Better value?
It's minus 110, minus 110. I mean, give me the Jets at like plus 100. Give me even money.
Bro, the motherfucker was minus 1100 to win the fucking goalie of the year.
Yeah. Oh, you better show it tonight. Tell you what.
Yeah, motherfucker, you gonna have some problems.
Tell you what.
I'm not, and if it goes game 7, I'm not taking him in game 7.
I'm
watching that shit with popcorn. Maybe take it over.
Yeah, with popcorn for sure.
Bro.
Whiteout, game 7.
Fuck no.
Fuck. What if I just do that? Take the Blues and just root for a whiteout game 7. I could do that.
I think we take the over, bro. I think we take the over and hope for good puck.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up with the Bull, Tom? What's the Bull's name on the Capitals too? What's up with Bull?
Tom Wilson?
Bro, what's up with bro?
I mean, you just don't want to get in his way.
Oh, beat that. Yeah.
I mean, I hate him. He's fucking douchebag out there.
Bro, I wish the Flyers was around, bro. He gotta catch a top. He catches top, bro. Catch a hat on him. What other series was popping? Oh, bro. So literally, why? No, actually, genuinely, why do Kings fans watch hockey, bro?
Dude,
what's the point?
So
no. What's the point? Because it's not the thing that's fucked up is like we can't draw nobody else in the first round. It'd be cool if because the Sixers like, oh, we're gonna lose the Celtics in the second round. Okay, at least we get in there. First round every year, we gotta go through 82 games of hockey. Watch Kempe score 90 goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do the whole thing just to lose. Go up 2-0 just to lose to McDavid again. I literally would not watch hockey no more. Like, they fan bases, bro, they energy in the arena be crazy. Just to know we losing to McDavid.
I mean, maybe I'm just a hater, but, like, I really don't think that, like, there's that many, like, actual LA Kings fans. I know you guys got the cup.
No, I think you're wrong, bro. Actually, no. So anecdote time. I think you're wrong. Because, when I took my trip to LA, I visited LA, there was a time period where I would think I was, like, by myself for a couple hours. And I had got fried. And then I went to, no. We was linking at this restaurant that was right next to the Staples. And the Kings had a game that night. But I'm not. And the Kings at this time, they weren't it was 2017, 2018. The Kings were lit. Were they lit 2017?
I mean, in 2014, they beat the Rangers in the Cup.
But I'm 2017, 2018.
So you're a couple years after. But yeah.
So I don't know nothing. I think the Kings was like, bro, I'm walking. I got out the Uber to walk to the restaurant about a block. Everybody on the strip king the fuck out. I go into the restaurant, the whole John, bro. Everybody, I swear, on my life, the whole John kinged out. We haven't, bro. The game come on, the whole going crazy for the Kings. I'm like, I didn't know they had this type of fan base at all. Nah, I could be wrong. I'm just like, I'm like, LA hockey, y'all got a fan. I could be wrong. They could be groupies and shit, whatever, but I feel like they had kind of a lit fan base. And for 4 years in a row, you go through this, I'd chalk it, bro. I'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be cool, bro. What are we doing this for? Actually, what are we doing this for? Can we just, because, bro, what was the seed this year? Because the thing is, the fucked up part is, because last year, Edmonton was, like, horrible to start the year, right? This year, I think it was the same thing. So it's some fate shit going on. Like, it's not like it's 1-2 or what. It's some real, like, they are just drawing Edmonton every year on some fate shit and then losing. I would stop watching hockey, bro. I really feel bad for y'all. Like, that shit is.
You also could just blame it on your team, too, and be like, maybe let's win some more fucking games. So we're not
But
matched
they're
up
not.
with these guys.
Aren't they not bad though?
No, they're not bad.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
didn't have a bad year.
That's the thing. I feel like every year it's like I'm looking at the betting lines. I'm like, so they nice, but they just draw Edmonton and they can't fuck with McDavid.
Can't beat them.
I would quit, bro. I would actually quit. And I've sat through the process. I've sat through Michael Franco, Udubo Herrera. I've sat through Sam Bradford.
I'm just fucking hater because they beat my guys. So I'm like,
yeah.
suffer. Suffer. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Let's see who's a real fan.
The fucked up part is, too, as I'm saying this, I bet on Edmonton every single time they play.
Yeah.
I just take Edmonton every time. I've been taking them the last 3 games every single time. I'm an auto bet. I'm going to take them again.
I mean, Edmonton and Vegas now. Florida and Toronto. Good riddance, Toronto.
Vegas, I feel like Vegas shouldn't have made it out that series.
Yeah, they surprised
How
me.
did the Wild not score a goal last night?
I know.
Yo, like that Wild fans as much as Kings fans.
Well, but like those.
Pour one out.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
and those people are diehards though. Like that's Minnesota. That's
bro,
like that's hockey country.
How did we not get one goal in the last 10 minutes, bro? I was literally crying for him. I had no scratch in that game. That series was also crazy. Capitals, Hurricanes. Caps got a chance. Caps got a chance.
Yeah, but I would like to see the Capitals do it. But Carolina looks pretty dominant. I mean, again, so do the Caps. But the Canadians actually surprised me in that series, even though it was a 5-game series. Canadians fought a lot harder than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot easier, and I think that the series score of Capitals winning that series 4-1 doesn't do the justice of how Montreal played in that series and the fight that they gave. So shout out to them. I mean, that was the last seed, the second wild card, in the East. So good for them. That was a spot that the Rangers were gunning for. So I think the Canadians actually put up a better fight than ultimately what the Rangers would have done. So good season. But yeah, Carolina should win this series. But again, you talk about Disney stories and all this kind of bullshit with Bron and, hoisting a trophy this year. I mean, what hell of a story would it be? You are now the all-time leading scorer in the NHL, and then you fucking win a cup in the same year.
And right off the sunset.
And then right after.
Yo, you know what fucked me up, bro? I've been obviously not avidly, but this is not the first couple years I've paid attention to hockey. I've been watching hockey since I was a little kid. You know what fucked me up last night? Just like so random. At the end of the Wild and Knights game, watching the coaches walk on the ice in dress shoes was fucking me up.
It's crazy.
I'm like, how do y'all do that? Like they be bringing motherfuckers in, all that, walking, talking, fixing they shit up. I'm like, how y'all that? Like, is there a certain way to walk? Like, hockey fans, educate me. Is there a certain way to walk on the ice with shoes on? Like, can I just walk on the ice with shoes on? Because I'm like, how do you not just step off the thing and then bust your ass? You know, so you got. Like,
I mean, you're kind of like delicately walking.
I know, but still, I feel like, how do you just not in dress shoes at that? How do you not just bust your ass? Like I'm like, they tough. I don't know. That was news to me, man. And you know what else I like about the NHL? We wear suits.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'm turning into, I don't know. I was gonna say Dr. Umar, but that's not even a Dr. Umar thing. I don't know who I'm turning into.
The older generation would like to hear that, because they that's some things that I hear comments wise. Some people like my grandparents' age and their friends like that.
Let's
they're
get
like,
the suits back on the NBA.
Hockey, they wear suits and we enjoy that and all that kind of stuff.
Bro.
College coaches are working their way back towards it. Like Patino's, like he's always wearing a suit.
I feel like it adds a different feel to the game.
Calipari does.
I feel like it just adds a different feel. Even like, bro, when I was playing ball, seeing Coach walking that joint with a suit on, like your first varsity game, and you see Coach walking with a suit, you like, oh, okay,
I'm about to put on the show for you.
Serious, like you're not here with no jumpsuit on. JJ with rolled up jumpsuit, looking all man. Fuck it, let's put the suits back on. Maybe you would have subbed somebody because you'd have been like, damn, it's hot as shit in here. I know they tired.
All right, I'm leaving that debate for next show. We're too late into it to get through it, and I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know where we are with.
Okay.
I don't know if we have any space for any of this.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. So we're getting the fuck out of here. I will just say real quickly, who I at least think I'm picking for the Derby.
Oh, supposedly Jason Worth has a horse. I did learn that today on the radio. Flying something is Jason Worth's horse.
Is
learned
that
today.
for real? Oh yeah, I remember watching one. He won last week. Last year, his horse won actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to take him.
one of his horses. I don't know if it's the same one.
Got money. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So.
Like I got to this tab on my phone and I was so confused, bro.
Yeah, it's just a.
I was like, y'all want me to bet on this? I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Oh, there's like pools and shit. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, everybody likes journalism. That's the big favorite there. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm
trying to get to one of these just because
I also just want. I just wish I was like good at this shit. Like,
I want to.
Horse racing is just hard.
I want to get to one, bro.
Yeah, I know.
They be the honeys outside with they little.
And the mint juleps, $22. They're selling 125,000 of them.
Shit, let me get one.
3.15 million right there.
Let me get two of those. One for me and the brunette with the yellow hat on the back. She look nice. The dress on. They be looking nice at them girls, bro.
All right, we're out of here. All day Mets, Alex Jacobs, Manny Ruffin.
I be seeing some of the culture be getting out there too. The black shorts that be out there. You looking.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Derby weekend, NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs.
Shannon Sharp.
We'll see y'all in a bit, man. Love you guys.